Embedding intelligence practices into organizational policy is what transforms investigations from reactive, ad hoc responses into a standardized, defensible system. When intelligence principles are built directly into policy, investigations stop being something that varies depending on who handles them. Instead, they become consistent, repeatable, and transparent across the entire life cycle. Modern policies can't just outline procedural steps, they have to mandate high-standard SOPs that protect integrity and ensure every case is handled with the same level of rigor. It starts with intake. Intake is the organization's first intelligence capture point, and policy has to make sure that information is gathered cleanly, without contamination. That means formalizing multiple reporting avenues, hotlines, portals, supervisors, because knowledge is knowledge, no matter how it arrives. Complaints need to be captured in writing right away to preserve the pure version of events. And best practice is to contact the complainant within 72 hours, both to reassure them and to prevent them from seeking outside intervention. From there, policy needs to formalize triage. Triage is the risk-informed lens that determines whether a formal inquiry is warranted. Policy should require an initial case assessment to answer the threshold question. If these allegations were true, would they violate law or policy? High-risk indicators: sexual misconduct, allegations against senior leaders, workplace violence must trigger immediate escalation. And triage standards should outline when interim measures like administrative leave or separating parties are appropriate to protect the workplace before findings are reached. Documentation standards are another critical piece. To withstand judicial scrutiny, documentation has to be rigorous and forensic. Notes should be contemporaneous, in black ink, and corrected using a proper forensic protocol: no erasing, no whiteout. Chain of custody logs must be mandatory for all physical and digital evidence, documenting exactly who handled what and when. Modern policies should also require a decision log, separate from field notes, to record the investigator's reasoning behind major tactical choices. And vetting standards, such as coded redactions, help protect personal or privileged information during disclosure. Policy also needs to standardize the reporting framework. A defensible report follows a clear structure: executive summary, mandate, process, findings of fact, analysis, and conclusions. Standards should require investigators to articulate the why behind every finding, tying each fact to a specific exhibit and explaining credibility determinations. And a key safeguard is the strict separation of findings from recommendations. Discipline or corrective measures belong in a separate after-action report so they don't contaminate the objectivity of the fact-finding record. Finally, embedding intelligence practices means using investigation data proactively. Case management software helps track timelines, assignments, and adherence to SOPs. Dashboards allow leadership to spot hotspots and emerging trends before they escalate. And after complex cases, policy should require a post-mortem to evaluate what worked and where gaps exist in the organization's philosophy, policy, procedures, and practice. Embedding intelligence into policy is ultimately about building a system that doesn't depend on individual skill or luck. It creates consistency, protects integrity, and turns investigations into a reliable source of organizational intelligence, strengthening resilience long before the next incident occurs.